I'm sitting here with one of the special members of North Etowah Baptist Church, Eunice Williams. And she's special for many reasons, but one of the reasons is, what we're celebrating today, is that she's the oldest member of our church. And that makes her special, but she has many other qualities. Her faithfulness and her love and her years that she has spent in the church. But Eunice, how old are you right now?
102.
102. And when I looked back at the church records, we found out that you have attended North Etowah for 70 years, and you have been a member for 69 years.
70 years?
Yep.
I didn't know I was that old.
Well, that's what the records say, and records don't lie. But you know, it's special for us today just to know that somebody has been that faithful for that long to this church. And we have other people in the church that have been faithful that long, but they're not as old as you. So we just wanted to ask you a few questions, and if you would respond to these, you know, I think it would mean a lot to the people that are here today. How did you, I know you were born in Blue Ridge, Georgia, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. Now, when you came, you and your husband came because he was working with the railroad.
No, he wasn't working with the railroad then.
Oh, okay. Why did he come?
Well, he did eventually, after he got a certain age, he joined, he got a job with the railroad.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we moved here then.
Okay, and then that's when you moved here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And but how did you come to North Etowah Baptist Church? Because that was a little church then. How did you make that choice?
Well, I moved into a neighborhood where there were several people that went to church out there.
Yeah.
And I had a child that I wanted to take with me.
Okay.
And so I wanted to be as close to the church as I could get.
Okay, now who did you tell me the other day was the woman that brought you?
That brought me to church.
Uh-huh.
Mrs. Culpepper.
Right. Okay.
Maud Culpepper.
Okay.
I think she's dead now.
Okay. And she brought you and your children.
Yes, I said, well, I don't know how I'm going to get my baby to church. And she said, well, we'll take you. Says, we've got a car.
Uh-huh.
And says, we'll take you out there.
Okay.
So she put me in her car and took me and my baby to church.
Okay, now there are a lot of us here today that never saw that church or know anything about it. Can you just describe the little church for us? What you remember?
Well, it was a little white church, and it had a small steeple, not a big tall one, but just one sort of built into the roof of the church, the best I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And it had, you had to pull off the main road and pull in there about, I guess it was about 15 or 20 feet off of the main road.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a little painted church with two white doors going up some wooden steps,
Okay.
flat steps. And it had the two doors that just opened out wide like this.
I see. Okay. And what was it like inside? Did you have nice padded pews like we do today?
No, we had, not by any means. We had wooden pews, and they were made out of just solid wood, but they were painted or varnished, I guess you'd say.
Okay. So you didn't get any splinters?
I didn't slide. I sat very still.
Okay.
No, they were just panels of wood nailed onto the slats underneath.
Mm-hmm.
But they had the back of the benches had little wooden things that went across them like that, so you could rest your feet up.
Oh, okay, okay.
And that's what and I don't remember that we had any classrooms or anything. I think they were just more or less divided into
Yeah.
sections.
Yes, okay.
And
Well, did it have a stage or anything?
it had a small stage,
Okay, okay.
the best I can remember. Now, I'm not swearing to this.
Okay, that's good. Well, 60 years.
But I think it had one step up on the platform, and that's where the piano
Oh,
and
okay.
the people sat up there. They sang in the choir.
Mhm.
They sat up there.
Okay. Do you remember any of those people, or is that too far back?
I remember them. I remember the image of them.
Okay. Well, did you tell me one day that Gussie played the piano? Did she play the piano?
Gusta played the piano.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
And
yeah.
let's see. I don't remember any of the others.
Okay. Now, later on, you all moved, I know, a couple of times within Etowah, but your final move before you came out here in the country was there on Washington Avenue, right, near the church?
On Washington Avenue.
Uh-huh. And you had
I
two
don't
good...
remember the names of this.
Yeah. Yeah, but you had two good neighbors that came to church also, too. And this is now on the in the church where we are today, the small church next to us.
Yeah.
Who were they? Who were those two? Your neighbors. Who were the two neighbors that had the boys that played with your boys?
Oh, they were,
Augusta.
well, the two neighbors that I had didn't have any children. They were older people.
Okay, well, who was the ones that had the boys your boys played with?
That was Augusta
Right.
and Roy and
Carrie Sue. Carrie Sue.
who?
Carrie Sue.
Carrie Sue. We all lived just in a little catty corner place. I lived on one side,
Mm-hmm.
and about two houses up lived one of my neighbors that went to church with me.
Yeah.
And then on the other side lived another one.
Okay.
And then right across the street lived the Suttons.
Okay.
And they were my three neighbors that went to church with me.
And you all were in Sunday school together, right?
Pardon?
You all were in Sunday school together, right?
Yeah, we all went to Sunday school and church. I rode out there with them in their car and rode back with them.
Okay.
It was a car full.
Okay. Now, I have heard from a good source that when you started teaching adults in Sunday school, Anna Young was in your class. That's another woman that was in that class. And she told me many times that you were the best teacher that North Etowah had ever had.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I told her, I said, I'm going to tell you that.
But I enjoyed it.
That's right. And they could tell it. They could tell that you enjoyed it. So I want you to know, that's just one little thing that you have meant to this church. And throughout the years, and now you aren't able to do as much as you want to do, but you have blessed many, many lives. And today we're just kind of paying homage to you and thanking God that He directed you all the way from Blue Ridge, Georgia, up to Etowah.
I thank Him every day for that.
Yes, that's good.
Because I know a lot of people that I wouldn't have known otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so, is there any one thing that you would like to tell the people about the privilege it's been for you to be a part of North Etowah? What has it meant to you? And we'll close with this.
When I look at it now,
Yeah.
North Etowah now, and see how it's grown, and see how majestic it stands now.
Yeah.
I can't believe it that it's grown that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm proud to be a member of it.
Well, we're awfully proud to have you. And I hope that when we get to be 102 years old, that we'll have a mind as good as yours has been today for this interview. But most of all, that in our hearts, we'll love this church as much as you have loved it and given yourself to it. And we just want to thank you for doing this interview with us today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Every time I look at that church, I see that little white church as you turn the corner.
Yeah.
You went back behind the houses and things,
Yeah.
and there sat that little white country church.
Yeah. But you know, we have a great God.
We have a great God.
Exactly. And He can be in those little churches like you were started in. He can be in Africa, in a bush church, and He can be in our nice church that we have today. And so the wonderful thing is that we can serve God wherever we are.
Right.
And we just pray God's blessings on you. And thank you so much for today. Thank you.
It was a wonderful day when I went to North Etowah.
Amen. We got an amen on that?
Amen.
Thank you.